Yeah. So little college basketball, it is that time. Like, we have new football to talk about. It's exciting, but it's starting to be real college basketball time.
Okay.
Iowa State beat K-State today.
Iowa won today as well.
Yeah, Iowa State is looking to be the first team to fully take the Big 12 regular season from Kansas in like the past 14 seasons.
Nebraska still sucks.
Nebraska was ranked at the beginning of the non-conference,
Nebraska
weren't they?
was ranked when Iowa beat them 2 weeks ago.
And then I watched them. I was bartending last week.
Nebraska started real strong.
I watched them play
falling apart
Minnesota.
now.
they're struggling in the Big Ten.
Yeah. Which is understandable. Big Ten has a lot.
The Big Ten
of
is
good teams in
the
it.
Big Ten's very good.
Well, it's Iowa struggles once you go on the road in the Big Ten. There's not a lot of easy places,
It's
honestly.
tough. The whole
Michigan State,
everywhere.
Ohio State.
Yeah, and it does seem like, oh man, I've heard some games this year where Fran just gets frustrated and the game just kind of gets away from them to like an 8-point deficit, where you didn't really see that coming from 2 points to 8 points because Fran's yelling at a ref instead of trying to call a play. And I think that the Hawkeyes could have 3 more wins than they do right now, especially within the Big Ten. There's a few that's gotten away.
I think they should have beat Michigan State the second time. The first time they got destroyed. I think they lost by 20, but
the Michigan's a great win.
Michigan is a great win, and
They're in the top 10 at the time, weren't they?
Michigan was number 2, I think. That was their second.
Our top
loss.
5 was
They were number 2.
Do you know what's crazy is that was like the 29th or whatever anniversary of the day that they beat Michigan on the day after Chris Street died.
Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
I didn't
kind of
know that.
surreal. Yeah. But I saw, it might not still be accurate, but there was a prediction that Iowa and Iowa State would play in the round of 32.
The only
interesting.
thing I saw was Iowa State and Iowa were not even in the same. The only way they would meet is in the national championship game.
You didn't see them on the same side of the bracket?
No,
I saw one with them on the same side of the bracket,
it
playing
was-
on the West Coast
This was right after they released the top 16
as like a 4 and a 6.
and they had what I saw had Iowa State as a 4 and Iowa as a 5 seed on opposite sides of the.
I want them,
That would be a really cool.
But the good thing
Yeah,
is,
it'd be cool to see CyHawk in
the
there.
about
committee
that.
does that, though. The committee actively will do that. They will put it so you get a historic rivalry matchup in Sweet 16 or something like that. Like when, the only time that Kansas has played Wichita State is in the tournament, because Bill Self has said on the record, he says, why would I schedule Wichita State in any capacity? Because what do I have to gain from them coming here? We beat them here, or they upset us here, or we go there and they storm the court when they beat us, or we beat them there. It would kill me recruiting wise within the state. Bill Self has said there's no reason for me to play them, but he had to play them in the tournament.
And that was shocking.
Think about.
Really proud of that one.
Love it.
Iowa State, Iowa in Des Moines. Round of 32.
I don't think we could get it in Des Moines, but if we could get it,
You know how fast that would sell out?
do you know the great thing about both of these fan bases is anywhere in America outside of
They would go.
New York City,
They would go.
or maybe LA, these are
I
two
would go.
incredibly traveling fan bases.
Yep.
Iowa, because of level of success, Iowa has shown they do great for bowl games more than the NCAA tournament, and Iowa State overruns Kansas City for the Big 12 tournament, and the Alamo Dome in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I saw a quote from a guy it was on Twitter. I think it might've been Chris Williams that said, I'm in line to check out the Alamo. And the older guy in front of me in a Washington State sweater said, these Cyclone fans think they own this town. Because they do. They both travel really well. And so I think no matter where it is, it would be super awesome, because what in any sport has had more bragging rights than that game for Iowa and Iowa State?
Yeah,
especially in the NCAA tournament.
The CyHawk Trophy is the CyHawk Trophy, but it's non-conference.
It's not the NCAA tournament.
Doesn't
Right,
exactly.
it's not
this
for a
is,
championship.
This is
Yeah.
survive in advance.
Yeah, it means everything.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be funny.
We beat you to go to the Sweet 16. Yeah, how'd you do?
Could you
Yeah,
imagine-
even the game earlier that year would be just swept away.
It wouldn't even matter.
Here's
Right.
the thing.
If Iowa State would beat them in the NCAA tournament, it wouldn't matter that Iowa won in the regular season.
I don't see
at
this
all.
Iowa team beating this Iowa State team later in the season. I mean, come on. If you've watched both, now that Iowa State has chemistry between CyHawk being a team leader and those freshmen playing amazingly, I think Iowa State's a lot more dangerous now than they were.
Hawkeyes are really good.
Come
The
on.
Hawkeyes are
Come
really good.
on.
The Hawkeyes can finally play defense. We can finally play defense.
It's Michigan way.
I wish my team was good.
We score 85 points a game. We can finally play some defense.
Did I send you the phrenometer?
Yes.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Here's a thought.
Bohannon's on a tear.
Imagine tying this back to football. Imagine if Iowa and Iowa State played each other, and why have they never played each other in a bowl game?
That's been a talk like multiple times.
Imagine
and
they played in the college football.
I wanted it.
How insane
honestly,
that would be.
Not this season, but
Never would
last
happen,
season.
but-
I wanted it to happen with Lanning and Lazard's when they went to the Liberty Bowl. I think that would have been the prime year for an Iowa State bowl game.
Well, this year would have been as well.
This year
Yeah.
would have been good.
They were both 8-4, weren't they? Or what was Iowa State's record this year?
Iowa
they
State
were
was
8-4.
9-3. I think.
No,
no, they were
no.
8-4. Yeah.
I think they were 8-4.
I think they were both 8-4.
Jumped into the 20 rankings, late in the season. which
Both
is
of them
what
were
they've done
ranked in the
past 2
same
years.
spot for basically the whole season.
And I think
Flip-flopping,
that would have been more interesting because I think, as we've discussed before, not while on the air, but while we were talking to each other, I think that I agree with Paul that Iowa State gets better as the season goes along. So I think the matchup would be better between those two.
So a bowl game or an NCAA tournament game, which matters more?
I think it would be big if it, again, that would be a long shot for it to happen. But if it were here in Des Moines with those two, I think that would be the biggest thing for that rivalry because it's showing that it really is bigger. It's outside of football. You know what I mean? It's multiple sports.
For both of those teams to get like the Midwest region that would have Des Moines like as a host, like one of them would have to be the number one, honestly. for that
Right,
to
it would
happen.
be
Like, it would be hard.
No,
I think.
I don't think so. As long as one of them was a top 4 seed, I think they would have a very good chance of getting in Des Moines.
But if you're the
Either one of them, it wouldn't matter.
If
And
you're the-
both of them have a chance to get a top 4 seed as long as they play well in their conference tournaments.
and if you're the NCAA, you're gonna want that money because that is gonna sell out fast.
That's what I was going to say.
They're gonna make
either one of those
gangbusters off
either
that.
one of those teams,
Oh, yeah.
you would see Wells Fargo.
Even from a
you would
TV
see standing, you would see
standpoint.
It would
standing
be-
room only.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you would see how many people could fit into Wells Fargo.
Speaking of which,
It would
we
be like
mentioned it
Hilton.
first, committee. So if you set that up, send us tickets.
Yeah,
6
definitely.
tickets,
We'll
please.
cover it for you.
Yeah, we'll be right there. Live. That'd actually be pretty fun. We should do that. Do like a vlog,
A vlog.
a loud sports
We
vlog.
could do that. Yeah.
If it ever happens. I'm just saying, NCAA, I know you're listening. Think about it. I didn't mean it when I called you guys slave drivers. I mean, I kind of did.